Welcome to today's collective reading. Begin with clearing with the kyanite and the selenite to align the energies and elevate them so that only the messages of the highest and greatest good may come through. So, what does my collective today have on their minds? What do we have weighing on their minds? What is percolating in their subconscious, the back of their mind, while they're going throughout their day that's kind of being carried with them? What questions have they been unconsciously projecting or sending out to their spirit teams, their guides, the universe, the divine, source, however you prefer to label that mysterious, unfathomable energy. Oh boy. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Interesting, it disappeared. You have on your mind is possibly unseen. Well, what the bejeebers? Oh, there it is. Jeez. Are you telling me I'm not supposed to do this right now? You're telling me I'm not supposed to do this right now? You give me an upright. Okay, spirit team, you give me an upright if I'm to do this and inverted if I'm not. Okay, I'm to do this. Okay, all right. Okay, took me a minute to find that. But this reading is definitely connected to the last reading because that flew out and kind of snuck itself into a space where it was a little hard to find. A little hard to spot. So this is what's on your mind. There's guidance coming through for you guys on this. So what do we have here for... Oh, okay. All right, not that deck you want to do. All right, Spirit wants to do a whole different deal here. All right. Okay. So the challenge with this may be for another collective, a sub-collective. I have a feeling that there's somewhat of an anxiety around this. Okay. Definitely a desire to know more. All right. The key to intimacy. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. And the lantern. So 1, 2, this is a 3, 44, 8, 10 completion. Okay. So the key the key to intimacy, intimate love is a core need to be met in relation to ourselves and those closest to us. The key to it is within self first. Okay? The journey to intimacy often includes learning what love is not. Is that not true? It's amazing sometimes the things that we find ourselves enduring, that we allow ourselves to remain in while we continue to work with whether or not we're, I don't know, ready to free ourselves from it. Okay. Yeah, how do we actually manifest being stuck in bad situations? And the desire to, you know, move out of them is definitely present. You have a balanced masculine energy here who wants to come in, and he desires this like equal give and take. And this has got to be something that's present within you first as well. Like, you do not want to remain in something that is not of equal give and take. You definitely, like, higher self is not into this. And you want to move. You want to communicate. You want to leave this space towards something more desirable. You want to leave what does not work for you, or take what does not work for you away from your space, and allow the truths that you know to be true to remain. Whatever's happening in this space for you, there's something in it for you, about you, that you can own when you leave the situation or choose what to keep. In any challenge, even if it is just the power that you have discovered within yourself to know that you can leave this situation, and you can do so in a way that allows you to know that you love yourself enough to do so, or that you have seen something within you that is just not going to accept X, Y, or Z, and you love and respect yourself enough to not accept that unacceptable thing. That is a beautiful gift to give yourself. That you're not going to accept X, Y, or Z, and you can trust yourself to have your back in that. That you won't allow yourself to stay in that. And then you will find your higher self on board. All right, what do we want to create now? What do we want to give to? And we're going to make sure that they give back. Like, that's the kind of aspect coming out there. Okay. This lantern, consciousness is light. You're showing yourself the way. Like, you have a lantern here, and you have two here. Your manifestation is moving from the higher realm to the physical. So the higher self is like, oh, this stuff is so beautiful, it's amazing, and you're giving to it, and you're manifesting it, and you're enjoying it, and you're like, why isn't it reflecting in my physical reality? Why isn't this happening? Well, maybe it is. Are you willing to actually give to it? Are you willing to act on it? Are you willing to light your own fires? Okay, consciousness is the light. Ooh, that was interesting. Okay, the Hanged Man. Ooh. Yet again, like a higher self sync. It's time. I find it interesting that this excuse me, this image, she's blindfolded. There's an element of justice here. Okay. Hanged Man, the Three of Wands. There's a narrow way that has been chosen, acted to, given to, observed. To reverse the Three of Swords. Okay, that is beautiful. What this is telling me is Spirit team, higher self, they're guiding you and everyone in this situation to make it so that this narrow way achieves this Three of Hearts or the three of hearts, the Three of Swords inverted. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Okay. That's why they had me do that. Okay, so this is just all about that Three of Swords here now. It's just all about that Three of Swords. I'm going to put that right here in between. We know this energy. We're probably all relatively familiar with this energy. Because in the process of loving ourselves, we've had to go through some not necessarily great experiences to own that we do love ourselves enough to not deal with X, Y, or Z, or allow this or that to occur. We're here, and the divine has highlighted a narrow path, and that narrow path is achieving this. So what do we need to know? What guidance do we have around this Three of Swords here? Okay, the Two of Pentacles. The novice has maintained, keeping both pentacles up, the balance. It's a new cycle. You didn't let the other pentacle fall, or they did not let you fall. This being that it's the narrow way, definitely no falling. So this Three of Swords has been healed, or it's going to be. Sometimes, like some of the people watching this right now, you may feel in a Three of Swords. This is to let you know that healing is possible. Wait. Deep breath. Find that truth, that light within yourself. Hold on to it. And let the divine communicate. Let the divine show you. Give the divine some time to express just how much you are loved. And the Lover's upright. Yes, the divine has intervened. The divine has added that. So the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Maiden, Mother, Crone. The divine present within the assertive and the receptive energy, co-creating. This Three of Swords is, yeah, unacceptable for the divine. And now, whatever challenge that you overcame here, or you endured, especially if it was incredibly unfair to you, and however it may be, you may not have just one choice here. One cup, one future. Maybe you get the butterfly and the rainbow. Maybe you get the castle. Yeah. Maybe you get more than one. King of Swords. Could be a very sharp masculine energy. Sharp, short, hyper-logical. This is like in the more negative, the more toxic presentation of an assertive energy. So this may be about that negative energy there. If we get another one on that, then I'm going to clear this space. Because now it's talking about what you overcame. Maybe speaking to them getting some kind of healing or justice as a result of your presence, but that's between them and Source, them and Divine. It's not going to be about you and them necessarily anymore. And that's interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, they're taking a leap of faith. They are taking a leap of faith. Oh, this hyper-logical masculine energy, assertive energy. Someone in the toxic presentation, at least in how they were presenting themselves in this dynamic. The divine is supporting them in being able to make that leap of faith. Possibly go into the upright, which means they were going to be having to deal with their emotions, their feelings. So this could be something new coming in. Not necessarily about old as well. This could be someone that you've inspired as they've observed you move through this. This sense that some of this work that you would think you would have to deal with, you're not going to have to deal with it. Yeah, okay, we're gonna clear these here. Yeah, we're gonna put them back in here, I guess, actually. So yeah, this is speaking to what's coming in. This is the narrow way and exactly what's on the other side. It's to what's on the other side of this narrow way. And that Ace of Cups. You're going to have somebody who's willing to do the work with you. You may have to teach them some things, but you're going to have a lot to learn from them too. Because this energy was not in balance. You moved into balance. So now the divine is helping them move into balance. And yeah, like this okay, that came out in the inverted. Yeah. Which tells me that they don't necessarily see all the cups. They are so focused on this one. The cup that they give you is a cup that they don't give just anyone. The cup that they give you is one they've never given to another. And they've had relationships. They've had people they thought they were in love with. This cup is the only one that goes to you. It can't go to anyone else. It's never been inspired at this depth. It's part of why they were in this energy and why the divine needed to intervene. But this concept of work, I want to know about this Eight of Pentacles inverted. A couple of clarifiers on that. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man and the Knight of Swords. Okay. They've been working on this for some time. They've been working on this for some time. They've been actively moving so that this work, and it could be, if it's a thing that's reoccurring, you're not going to have to go through as much as you did before to get to the same space again with as much resistance. It's much of learning the basics and teaching one another the basics of one another and so on and so forth. This will have a different level to it, a new level, a different challenge, a different way of being. It'll be more rapid to go through that work of laying that foundation of familiarity being reestablished pretty much. But there is no question that the divine stepping in and giving this support has allowed this incredibly abundant cup that they held for you to not just be something that they held for you. They're getting to partake in it, share in it, work with it, experience it. They're grateful in many ways to move out of this space. They're grateful for the divine's presence here. I mean, how could you not be grateful for the divine stepping in? To know a love like that, to know that the divine loves you enough to intervene, how could your life not be better for that? To know that you're loved that much. Oh, yeah. Passionate movement forward to communicate. It's I sense a bit of anxiety in this. What is this anxiety? Is that necessary? Is that needed? What? Okay, they want me to take that card. Okay, it's part of the manifested will of the new beginning. Okay. It's a new world. That's the anxiety. It's a completely new world. It's a whole new world. believing in magic, like flying carpets, and yeah, it's a whole new world. And it's going to be a happy, beautiful one, but it's new, and change is for a lot of, well, it's pretty human to have a little anxiety about change, but they're aware that there's a divine presence in it, so they know they have the support. Yeah. And they're having to constantly work with their defensiveness to their routine, their resistance to the change. This is kind of their spot right now, with that they're getting that help with the divine from, is like, oh, it's going to be okay. But you know, that's where they're at with that. Okay. And this all applies to an inner aspect of yourself with assertive energy, because as you're going through this, they're going through this too. As you work with your receptive side, they're working with their receptive side, that very well may have been incredibly repressed, and that the divine has stepped in. It's almost like the divine was like, okay, buddy, this is what you chose? Really? Really? Let me show you what you passed on. Let me show you the truth of the dynamic of the situation, of the reality for this, for you, right? Let me show you the struggle, right? The side that you don't know all the details of. Let me enlighten you here, right? And where you would go, how it would be, what it would feel like. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, like that's so much better, but that means I'm gonna have to do like blah, 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 and yeah. Okay, well, that causes a lot of anxiety in me. I'm gonna need help with that. And mine's like, all right, you asked for the help, I'm gonna provide the help. Cool. Here we go. Here we go. And it allows for not just all like the divine and all of your support to come in, but your higher self, you and your higher self and your future self, you have all of you behind this, because you moved into a state of sovereignty within yourself. It meant it had to reciprocate that motion. This energy, this being, this person had to move, had to mirror that. That's totally the title. Okay, so yeah, that's your reading. So the divine within me honors the divine within you. Namaste.